Okay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome back to another video, another stream for Warframe. I'm your host, Strange Jim, and today we're going to be kind of seeing, or first off, we're going to see whether or not I can replay. We're going to see if I can replay Whisper in the Walls with creator mode on. Okay, so one of the comments from my video addressing what DE is going to be doing concerning copyright claims, one of the questions was, did you have creator mode on? Well, the problem was that, this was off, during um, during my last playthrough of Whisper in the Walls. Okay, I had it and um, um, the when I played Whisper in the Walls on Warframe, I didn't have it active, so therefore, I saw everything without any kind of like hiding of information or common spoilers, right? Um, but um, it's of my opinion that the copyrighted song, it does not fall under that category of being needing to be hidden under the creator mode. Now, they might have done it. They might have had the insight to kind of put copyrighted songs behind creator mode. I don't know what would happen during the actual cinematic that they would be playing for the creator mode. Maybe they will just completely remove said cinematic from being played, which again, I don't really think that's the case either. Um, because I mean, let's face it, they pretty much play all the cinematics no matter what, right? Um, or at least, in my opinion, they've played all the cinematics without, change or whatnot in the past. But they never had a copyrighted song in the first place on this. So what we're going to try to do, if we can, is we're going to see whether or not I can actually get into Whisper in the Walls again. Oh, it is a story-based quest. Yeah, no. It is unplayable right at this moment in time. So we cannot replay it at this juncture. So yeah, I don't know. So matter of fact, let me go to that particular comment and let them know that, as much as I'd like to revisit it, I cannot. So just checked on whether I could replay the quest right now during stream. It was not allowing a replay. So there is there's no current potential on checking other career mode can block the song. Would recommend if if you see a streamer about to play the quest, ask them whether creator mode is on and see if you can hear the music. I'll double check when they allow a replay, but for right now, there is nothing more I can do. Checking. Okay. So I hope that they kind of appreciate that. So, okay. So yeah, nothing I can do concerning whispers in the walls right at this moment in time. They do not allow for any kind of replay at this time to handle this. So, or to check to see whether or not the creator mode can block the song. Again, I highly doubt it. But I don't know. I can't confirm one way or another. You know, I don't have a definitive answer along those lines. Okay. Um, maybe creator mode does block the song. Again, I highly doubt it, but maybe it does. I don't know. Um, you know, it just feels odd that like I've seen other content creators, that play Warframe as well. They're also getting hit with copyright claims on it. So, are they also getting, did they also have creator mode enabled or not? Maybe ask them. You know, um, but I don't know. There's nothing more that I can really do along those lines for right now. Until they allow for Whisper in the Walls to be replayable, there's nothing I can do. Um, so I'm just gonna have to hold to the ideal that um, creator mode would most likely not block a song. Um, especially something that isn't um, um, that isn't spoilers. Into the Void isn't spoilers, so why would it really fall into that particular creator mode category typically, right? One would imagine. I mean, at the same time, like Warframe has no, you know, Warframe might not have even realized the fact that um, by putting that song in, they were potentially giving the possibility of having UMG copyright claim that particular gameplay. I don't know. One would think that they should have known by now. I mean, let's face it. Copyright, or content creators on YouTube have been really, really painstakingly obvious that they cannot be playing music too often, or they will be getting hit with copyright claims like often, right? Right. So believe me, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that is like, stop that music. Um, so, um, so believe me, it's one of those things where it's like, some people don't really care. Some people they get like subscriptions, memberships, and they get donations and stuff like that. So, they're typically good. They have a good fan base that, or they have a fan base that likes to donate to them. Okay, whether it's subscriptions, memberships, donations, whatever, what have you, right? Um, so they probably don't even care about ad revenue at all, and so they don't really care about whether or not a video gets copyright claimed or not, and that's their prerogative, you know. And as it stands right at this moment in time, I don't get any ad revenue either because I don't have enough subscribers. So again, it doesn't necessarily affect me either technically. Although once I do hit that milestone of 1,000 subscribers, then my videos do become um, monetizable, and I have the potential of getting ad revenue for these videos. And well, if one video gets hit with a single copyright claim from one small little portion of music, then well, that 4 hours of gameplay is completely null and void in terms of ad revenue. So, and that's why it's such a risky endeavor. you know, um, I don't really want that to, be a problem, for myself or for anybody else. So, okay. Well, because we're pretty much, we can't do anything about that. We can't do anything about Whisper in the Walls. And I haven't seen Roblox yet for them to ask about their question, so I can't really, I don't know what they wanted to ask me about. Hopefully they will return to me and ask, what their question is. Well, hopefully they remember what their question is to ask me. Um, in the meantime, we're going to work on, trying to get some. We'll see about trying to work on um, Aya, so that I can get, so that I can purchase some relics um, for Blackheart. And he's currently in a kind of a pickle right at this moment in time. It is too hot down where he's living right at this moment in time to hop online and work on getting I himself. So I'm gonna do it for him. Or at least that's the plan. So if you guys want to join me, you're welcome to. I don't really mind that too much at all. If you want to join, let me know. Um, would love the company. Um, you know, but obviously he's in a little bit of a difficult position right at this moment in time because, like, um, some of these places where you need to go in order to get um, um, the um, parts and stuff like that, like the Narmer bounties, the Zarman bounties and stuff like that, that pushes his computer to extreme levels that he cannot do right at this moment in time. And until such a time where he can make some money so that he can purchase a new computer for himself, which, let's face it, where he's located at is not you know not an ideal location. um you know um that's a difficult problem for him right at this time. Um, so we're gonna try to do what we can to help him out, you know, um, with getting some Aya so that he can just go ahead and um, purchase the relics that he needs. So, because I already have the relics that I'm looking for right at this moment in time, I just want to give him as much as I possibly can. So, okay. First things first. I want to try to get through a lot of um, there's one um, there's one night wave that is basically saying, "Hey, I need you to um, I need you to um, do like 15 missions or so." So we're gonna go ahead and bring Titania Prime with just a melee weapon right at this moment in time, so that we can just quickly do um, the 15 missions here. The melee weapon. Um, hmm. And we'll have to display a Spectre, but we can wait on that for right now. We can maybe do that um during like the Aya bounty session. Now, obviously, the 1,500 enemies that will come with time, so that's not that big of a deal. So, sell any item in your inventory for credits. Okay, well, I mean, I have plenty of items that like the Haro chassis blueprint. I can just select that one, sell that off, and bam, there we go. So, that's a fairly easy one to do. So, you might be able to do that with mods as well, I would imagine. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the void here. We're gonna go to Unco. Um, we're gonna set it for friends only, and let's do this detonation mode, because I mean I don't really care about killing a whole lot of enemies right at this moment in time. So
we received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them. Target located. Bring them in. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
there you go. So I completed a mission with only melee weapon equipped. Completed the mission with completed a mission so that we had we're kind of working on towards our 15. So now we're gonna go ahead and exit. We're not gonna repeat right at this moment in time, because I want to go back and get weapons that I want to kind of grind for some levels. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be doing too much in terms of, um, you know, getting levels per se, or work. I'm not going to be getting a lot of experience points for them, but I'd rather, you know, allow for them to get, something, anything, than just, nothing at all, right? So. Let's see. Doesn't look like I have any melee weapons that need to be leveled up right at this moment in time, so we'll go ahead and keep with the Shishimaru at this moment in time. Let's see, hold on, let's see, do I have any melee weapons that can be pulled out or be built right at this moment? We need more munition masses, don't have any there. Don't have enough there. Don't have any of the parts there. Don't have, doesn't matter there. I need more Atmos systems there. Don't have all the parts there. Need more fish there. I need more Orkin cells. For both. Don't have all the parts there. Need a lot more ingredients there. Same for that. Missing the handle there, and I'm just missing one more broken war. If I can get one more broken war together, then that would be awesome. But obviously, I need another war field for that. So yeah, okay. So don't have any melee weapons to really pull out right at this point. Let's see. Where do we stand? Let's pull out the XLS Warframe adapter. Let's pull out a Forma. And we'll build another Forma. Let's pull out the munition mass. I mean, I have a lot of blueprints. The problem is that the fact that it's 12 hours long is irritating, but not much I can really do about it. Really wish it wasn't 12 hours long, but which reminds me, where do we stand on other innovations right at this moment in time? Field run, working. What the heck is that? Oh, look at that choice. Do you want an Orkin Catalyst blueprint or do you want an Orkin Catalyst blueprint? What? Huh, jeez. I wonder which one I should pick. Huh. Oh. Coordinate and field run detonite injector. Once again, there's no fusion mass. Warframe, get your act together. Give us more, bring out an invasion every single time the mutagen mass invasion is gone with a mutagen mass. How hard is that? Oh well. That's another thing that got ignored. I asked them about why there was so few mutagen masses in invasions nowadays, and that also got ignored. That got shoved down to players helping players as well. So okay, we're going to go through this for like the 15 missions because this is this can be fairly quick. So
mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
see, I'm gonna try to complete the complete the 10 missions because, you know, these missions are fairly quick. So we'll just go through these, collect a whole bunch of relics, and we'll then move on to getting Aya. So again, if anybody wants to join me, you're welcome to do so. You know, I don't mind if you want to join me on this. I would welcome the company.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
There you go. Oh, wrong way. Ah, damn it. Keep on missing. Kept on running into walls. Got a little bit of slower exit that time. Oh well. Alright. Okay, here we go.
You must find, capture, and extract
Time to fly.
target located. Bring them in. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive
Okay.
back at base. Your
Over
part
here.
is done here, Tenno.
There we go. I mean, if I get an Aya 2 out of this mission as well, that would be nice. But, like I've kind of mentioned in the past, I did, I did the comparison between, you know, running these missions, you know, running the capture missions, and, you know, you get done in like, you know, 45 seconds, right? You know, plus load times and all that kind of jazz. You know, you compare that to the bounties, and bounties went out. At least, you know, it's been my experience that, you know, the it's been my experience that the bounties give you a lot more Aya, that
Your part is done here, Tenno.
you know, the Aya that you get here is a lot less than what you would get from just doing regular bounties. Or, you know, the more, you know, the tougher bounties, you know, like on Deimos and Fortuna and stuff like that. You know, you go for the ones that have a few rewards, so you have a higher chance of getting the Aya, you know, compared to something else in the list. You know,
We received
I
intel
basically
that
put
somebody vital
like,
to
you
enemy
know, the
operations
time
is here.
frame,
Find
you
them
know,
and
with
capture them.
um,
Target located.
you
Bring
know,
them in.
um,
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here. Hello.
Yep, there's one Aya. You know, like I would get like, you know, sometimes like 3 Aya in like, you know, potentially like 15 minutes of doing a bounty, where, you know, like 30 minutes I would get like 1 Aya or something like that through these missions. So it's like, you know, it didn't really compare. So the drop chances for all the relics that you would find in Unco, for
We
example,
received
just
intel
would
that
not
somebody vital to enemy
um,
operations is here. Find them and
um,
capture them.
wait, where are they? Waypoint kind of shifted on me for a second.
Target located. Bring them in. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
All right. Oh, damn it. Ah, fuck. Fly, damn it. Fly. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Second Aya. I'm shocked. Normally you don't get so many Ayas in this. We'll do 5 more missions and then we'll switch on over to bounties. So,
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
oh, ah, fuck. Messed up there.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Wrong way. There we go. All the while, you know, collecting some more kills, you know, for the other mission. So, it's not a lot. Believe me, it's not a lot. But, you know, every little bit helps. You know, I can always switch on over to Mesa and kill everything that I really need to if necessary. You know, go to a survival mission, infested, and, you know, that's all the kills that I really need, you know. So it's not hard.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
We will bring honor to the Tenno.
Don't really like that halt. Slows me down a lot.
Target located. Bring them in. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
There we go. Fly, fly, you fools! Indeed, there, Gandalf. Indeed. Hey there, MJ. How you doing? Damn, Titanium Prime looks good. Yeah, yeah. She's always a good one to have. You know, Titanium Prime is really a nice one to have for these capture missions. So,
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Transference signal strong. We're ready for battle.
Target located. Bring them in. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
nope, nope, nope. And that way, that way. Through everything. Oh. Okay. Doing well. Storm hasn't really hit yet, but Storm. Okay. News to me about that, but then again, I haven't really been paying too much attention to local news either. So, I was doing Sanctuary and saw Mirage Prime was killing everything. Why isn't it considered one OP1 every time something appeared? She'd kill its mad OP. Um, I mean, yeah, she's also one that is also, you know, really good to go. So, 3 drops of rain on the windshield, unfortunately. Split more than 3 drops on my iced tea. And, you know, uh, inconvenient timing. Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really use Mirage all that often. Myself. Um, let's see. Do I even have Mirage in my inventory right at this moment in time? No, I do not. I know, or I know that I have Mirage Farm, right? I'm pretty sure that I do. Yeah, there she is. I just haven't. I don't have the. I don't have the loadout slots right at this moment in time to load her up um into my arsenal right at this time. So. But yeah. See chat, bro Jim doesn't sympathize with me. Just chuckles. Aw, poor MJ. He's feeling mistreated by me. Aw, should we give him a pity party? I mean, he got 3 drops of his cold iced tea on his arm. I mean, I mean, really, everybody should feel so much pity for him for losing so much iced tea on his arm. I mean, oh gosh, what is a man to do, right? I mean, um, MJ, you're just gonna have to, just take your arm and just try to drink up that iced tea as quickly as you can, there, man, because I mean, uh, otherwise it's just gonna soak into your arm, and I mean, what are you gonna do, man? You know. Not quite sure what you're saying there, Roblox. What do I consider one Warframe? What do you mean, what do I consider one Warframe? Not the T. Oh, yeah, and indeed, the Roblox, indeed, indeed. Such a loss, such a loss.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Now MK's just gonna go, huh, I'm gonna leave. How dare you? How dare you mock my loss of the 3 drops of tea? How dare you? Huh. Huh. See if I ever come back to your stream ever again. Is that what you're doing there, MJ? Am I recreating it well enough for you? Let me know if I am or not. Or if there's something that you might change a little bit about it. Let me know. Like the best Warframe in your opinion. I mean, the problem Roblox is that every Warframe has their best uses. You know, depending on where you go with it. Like for example, nothing really beats Titania when I want to do the capture missions on Unko. You might be able to do pretty well with Wukong maybe, or maybe with Gauze maybe, but typically hands down, I find Titania is the best one to kind of get through that particular mission. Okay. Now is she like a fantastic Warframe altogether? I mean, she's not bad, but she's she wouldn't necessarily be like the best one out of everything. Um, I wouldn't necessarily take Wukong in spy missions, although you can use Wukong a little bit in spy missions. He's not the best. The best, in my opinion, for spy missions would be Avara. Avara, hands down, is considered like one of the best for spy missions. Okay. If you want, if you are trying to get like a lot of kills, Mesa hands down. You know, she's like one of the best. She's like one of the best killers of everything on the map for the most part. Is she like the best? You know, I've heard people like, there's like one Warframe where you just like go clap clap everything's dead or something along those lines, but you have to you really have to build that one up, and I forget exactly which Warframe did that. Was it Nova? Oh, I'm not really sure. Crazy like to, talk about that particular Warframe a lot, but I can never remember their particular name. Maybe it's Mirage. I don't know. But bear in mind that you can swap abilities out as well. Um, so I mean, every last Warframe has like some of the best has some potentially good uses overall, but um what does Revenant work for? Well, last I knew Revenant was more for um like DPS damage and stuff like that. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can pull out Revenant here. Yeah, there's Revenant. Okay, so Revenant's fourth ability is pretty much regarded as like one of the main abilities that you just want to continuously use. The Dance Macabre. Okay, and you use him to just basically clear out the room. Okay, is he the best in terms of killing everything? In in the mission? No. But he's not bad, you know. He's not the worst at it either, you know. The problem with the the Dance Macabre though is the fact that it's horizontal. So if you have anything, you know, attacking you from above or below, it doesn't help in that regard. So you have to kind of bear that in mind. It has to be all pretty much on the same level overall, otherwise your attacks won't hit anybody. Okay, so that's one of the limitations that Dance Macabre has when it comes to Revenant Prime. So, um, so that's the reason why it's like I don't really, you know, I may use him on occasion, but for the most part, I can do. I feel like I can do more with Mesa Prime, you know. But then again, someone else might be perfectly happy with Revenant Prime as well. Okay, it's you know um that's the reason why I tend to recommend that you know you test out the non-prime Warframes and see what you love. Okay, see if there's a Warframe that you absolutely love playing the game with. Okay, you know, my best Warframe might not you might not like what I might suggest. That's the thing, the Roblox. Um, you know, it might not necessarily fit you with your particular playstyle. So sure I could say like, hey, this one's good, this one's good. But at the end of the day, it all depends on what you're comfortable with using. Okay? Like, you might be fantastic as a Revenant Prime. You know, you might absolutely love Revenant Prime. You might like go, hey, I use Revenant. You know, Revenant Prime is my main, and there's nothing wrong with it. You're gonna have a lot of people that are kind of gonna back you up on it. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of people that say, Wukong Prime is my main, Mesa Prime is my main, Rhino Prime is my main. Like I said, it's all based off of your play style overall. You know, like Revenant Prime is a good damage dealer overall. If you want a good support, Octavia Prime, is a good one to kind of do if you're more like a support. Octavia Prime might be a really good one for you to kind of go with. Um, Oberon Prime is. Eh, he used to be considered one of the best healers, but nowadays you kind of have Wisp Prime, which kind of also heals you quite a bit as well. So Oberon's kind of falling off on that per se. Limbo's like typically regarded as like one of the best Warframes that you can get if you want to just avoid battle altogether. He just goes into another dimension and nothing can hit him, whatsoever. Um, the problem is that he's still detectable. So even if you were to go to another dimension, he's not the best when it comes to spy missions because he can still be spotted by cameras. So that's why, while he might be great in terms of like, hey, I just want to, avoid any kind of damage to me whatsoever, he's also not necessarily the best when it comes to like spy missions because people can still see him. So, um, so Octavia's Prime is a great support. Revenant Prime is a good damage dealer. Core Prime is one of those um, um, I don't have her in my list, do I? Oh, no, there she is. Core Prime is typically one of those that is regarded as a resource gatherer. Okay. Core Prime, Necros Prime, Hydros Prime, they are all really good in terms of getting additional resources from the enemies. Notice there on the bottom there, the Pilfer and Strangledome, drop chance 65%. So typically, if you want to get some additional resources, like say, hey, you need some more organ cells or something like that, then Stringodome is typically regarded as, one of those that can really help you out with that. So, um, everyone tells me it's the same thing. It depends on your playstyle, but how do I figure out the playstyle? I have no, I don't know. I mean, so, um, so the problem is that, um, you know, as you build up your, your, warframes and stuff like that, you want to, check out every single last, one of the warframes and try them out. You want to see, um, like, um, you want to like pull like you pull out Banshee for example, and you're like going, hey, Banshee's Soundquake is fantastic. She wrecks everything in a particular area, and she does she does tons of damage and stuff like that. That might be your particular play style. The problem is that um, you might be trying to jump into the primes a little too early. Okay, you know, get the non-primes, work on trying to get your non-primes and um and try them out. Play them for a while. See if you like their play style. Try to build them up into something that might like look at some of the way that people build those warframes. There's mod builds out there, on the internet that you can look at to see how people structure, um, like what their opinion is the best way to kind of play, um, you know, play a a particular warframe, and you just kind of start looking at like which one works for you. Um, you know, uh, you know, I'm not gonna, I'm sorry, I can't tell you Roblox, hey, you're gonna absolutely love Wukong Prime, and you know, I mean, what happens if I say, hey, you want Wukong Prime, because it's one of the best Warframes out there. A lot of people might agree with me. Some people might actually hate Wukong. Okay, so um, it's based off the player. Okay, if you absolutely love Wukong, then play Wukong. Um, it's um, like like I said, my friend, he absolutely loves Rhino. You know, because the iron skin is pretty much nonstop best thing that you can have for Rhino. He is the quintessential tank. My friend absolutely loves him and stuff like that. And you know, but my problem was that he didn't have any like great attacks for him. You know, the most that he had was Rhino Charge, which you go zooming off and good luck. Hopefully you aimed it properly. Otherwise, you're pretty much screwed on that. Or you have Rhino Stomp, which is a small area. So Rhino Stomp is still really good. It's a good, offensive ability in a sense because it basically stops everybody in your surrounding area in their tracks so that you can basically shoot them, shoot them, cut them, whatever. Um, but outright kill them, not really. So, um, as in, for now though, I'm gonna have to decline your sanctuary right at this moment in time, there, my friend. So, I want to kind of focus on trying to get some Aya today. So, um, I mean, if you want to join me in getting some Aya, you're welcome to. But I don't. If you're kind of looking more for Sanctuary, then I'm probably gonna have to decline for now. If you're okay with that, I want to try to help out my friend Blackheart a little bit. Like I said, you're welcome to join me. If you want to join me on getting some Aya, you know, um, you know, then you're welcome to do that. Um, but for right now, I don't really have like Sanctuary Onslaught is great for when you want to level up your Warframes, weapons, and all that to the max as quickly as you can. I'm not really interested in doing that right at this moment in time, so um, that's not that's not necessarily my main focus. So,
You are here on a
I
capture
mean, if you
mission.
need my help
Find the
with the
capture
sanctuary,
and
then let me
extract that
know.
cargo.
Um, but I suspect that you don't really have any like problems with sanctuary. You just, you might want some, you know, friends to join. So,
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction
oh,
point.
wrong way.
Well done.
Okay. Last mission, and then we'll go into bounties.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Let's go on the offensive.
That's the reason why I don't,
Capture them
like,
quickly and
some people will just have like one Warframe and their loadout, and that's it.
Absolutely. We'll
I
interrogate
don't
you for the
really like
effectiveness.
that
Your part is vital to
mentality. I
unraveling.
like to have all of my Warframes available so that I can, just kind of pick and choose when I want. You know, like, hey, I have like one particular mission that I want to go on, so you know, especially if it's like something like spy or something like that. Why would I want to bring like one particular Warframe into that? So that's all.
Things seem tough.
You know.
Nora knows, but believe
Oh,
me,
I got
in this
another Aya.
business,
My gosh.
there are people working to make this system a better place.
I've been really lucky on getting Aya and Unko. That's quite surprising, to be honest. Did they turn up the drop chances for Aya at Unko? Hmm. Seems a little odd. Seems a little suspect.
Shall we?
Okay, so we still have to kill, 1,500 enemies, which, I mean, I still have a lot of bounties to go through, so that's not that big of a deal. And we can deploy a Spectre on one of those bounties to take care of that, so, 3 rare silverfish. I mean, I do need to capture some fish on Orvalis. Hmm.
Later.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring out Wukong again. Let's see. Go ahead and bring out the Hema. Add the Piranha. We have the. We're gonna grab our Shushumaru. There we go. Everything else looks fine. Oh, wait. Nugget, you are going to be changed out for one of the other modes right at this moment in time. Let's make sure that we
We're all
have...
together, operator. Now get out there and
Cut down
Right,
the...
okay,
good.
so... We need linked vitality. Oh, okay, well, don't have the right polarity for that apparently. Armed animal instinct. Vacuum. And go Medi-Ray. There we go. That will do. Now, ideally, it'd be nice if I could have the, linked vitality in with a prime pack later, but obviously that will have to wait for later. So, let's see. I don't think there's any additional companion weapons for me to really use, so gonna put a sweeper prime on him right at this point. Right at this moment, and yeah, that's about as much as we can do there. So yeah.
Odysseus is a tidy ship, and is therefore reluctant to allow animals
Oh yeah.
on board. In Odysseus' experience, animals do not eat so much as reload.
I'm kind of curious. It feels as though they just, with the fact that I got 3 Aya, you know, on Unko, it feels as though they recently like increased the drop chance on Unko. At least it feels that way. I don't know if that's really true or not. Um, okay, it used to be 8.3 on capture. 8.3% in terms of capture on Unko. Um, hmm. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm not seeing any changes overall in terms of the drop chances, or at least in terms of hot fixes, that they're mentioning right at this moment in time. No, matter of fact, according to this, it actually lowered. They're saying that is a 6.6% chance for I don't go. So, interesting. I wonder if that's, and you know, if they did change it, then it must be like really, really recent. But you know, normally the wiki is pretty up to date for the most part. So, what Warframe you use for high level enemy, like really hard missions? Um, let's see. Wukong's a good one. Mesa Prime's a good one. Rhino Prime is a good one. Limbo if I just want to ignore all the damage. I just want to get the objective done or something like that. Like, hey, I want to just capture this guy. I can just use Limbo and take care of it without too much problems. Um, um, you know. Um, you know. Also might depend, you know, like could go with Vauban if I'm trying to do a defense mission. Um, if it's spy mission, Vara hands down. Um, you know, like I said, it all depends on the mission, no matter what, you know. So, like, there's no one Warframe that is like the best Warframe ever. Like it handles all the missions perfectly fine without any. If that's what you're thinking, like there's one Warframe that can do it all. No, there isn't. I'm sorry to say, but there is no Warframe that can do every single last mission with perfect precision. You know, there's just some Warframes that handle other missions better than others can. So, like I would never, for example, I would never really take Avara for an exterminate mission. She has no utility in an exterminate mission. So, or at least you know from my experience, you might get away with Limbo on an exterminate mission, but more often than not, it's not really that useful. You know, I'd probably be using more Mesa, Wukong. You know, you could use um, what's his name? You know, Revenant. You know, um, like I said, it all depends on the mission, man. It all depends on the mission. So, okay. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Saren's good. Yep. She's one of those that if you build her really well, she will kill like the entire all the enemy. She's one of those deadly warframes. She will pretty much kill everything in the map just herself. For a while at least. You know, obviously there will come a point where you're going to be facing harder and harder enemies to the point where her abilities might not work as well, but she's typically regarded as one that will pretty much clear the map if you work with her abilities right. So, you know, definitely, you know, check out her builds to kind of help you out with that. But okay, I'm going to switch to friends only. We are going to try to do a little bit of fishing. And see if we can get ourselves some rare fish. Can't Revenant do that? Because I heard Revenant can kill anything. Well, okay. Revenant can only kill in a certain um can kill in a certain area. Okay. Up to a certain area. You know, he can't clear like an entire map full. Okay. His dance will only cover so much. So oh wait, missed it. There we go. Okay. Well, then maybe his meta's changed since last time I was really, and then, you know, I haven't really played Revenant all that much personally, so I don't really have too much I can say about the meta on him. So I mean, if he's, you know, if what you're saying is true, then yeah, I mean, like, you know, okay. Oh, come on, that was right there. There we go. Really good for spy missions? I don't know about that. Last I knew, Revenant has no means of, you know, being undetectable. So, I don't think, you know, I think they are pretty much you know, fooling you if you're listening to that. Now you might be able to try to, you know, work it so that, you know, maybe he can be. To my knowledge, I don't think you can transfer Vara's prowl ability though. So if I'm not mistaken, her ability is a little too OP to be able to be placed on someone else. So. Okay, let's see. No. No. Yeah, I don't have very many left of those. And we can, I guess we can just try to throw that one out there. Oh, there we go. Shore mode. Clear out the... There we go.
If it's useful, do it.
I'm gonna wait for the bait to go away before I leave here though. Alright. Hello? There we are. Oh, come on. Oh, blast you. Come here. Thank you. There we go. Of course, I am using a Warframe that isn't exactly best at fishing, but you know, he's okay. I mean, he's about as good as anybody else. So, you know, if you want a Warframe that's good for fishing, get Volt. Because, you know, sometimes when you throw your spear, you know, it might not necessarily hook them, you know, per se. Because in a sense, you're doing damage to them. You know, when you throw the spear, see that little blue bar right above them? So if you don't damage them completely, you don't actually hook them, right? So one of the things that you know you can do as Volt is you can kind of like move back and forth, and you basically add like a little bit more damage to your fishing pole, so that you can actually hook, you know, your fish a little bit more. a little bit better. You know, guarantee that hook versus, having to throw it like twice. So, it all depends on what your purpose is, what you plan on doing. Okay, the bait's gone, so we're just gonna go ahead and get the heck out of here. Wait. Tempa nodule. Okay, not sure what that's all about, but... There you go. There's someone in the sanctuary with 200k HP of Rhino. I like HP, the armor, yes, indeed. But think of that armor as HP. Because the enemy has to cut through that iron skin first before they can actually hit his health. So, in a sense, that's his health. So, yeah. You know. And to think that that is, considered, that might not even be considered like the best armor or the best iron skin either. So,
Get back to work, you muckers.
okay. We got that. Awesome.
Lay 'em low and burn their shadow.
Okay. So now we're gonna go into our bounty mix here.
Nice work. If you want it.
Just so we can get some Aya. Nah. Let's see, we're not doing Steel Path. We're
Anyone
just
else?
doing this one.
We never talked. Smokefinger believes the corpus have located
Oh, wait.
Anakin relics. Do some research. Find the dig site and salvage them before the taxman can.
I don't know if this is gonna... I just applied the public. I hope it works. Okay, good. I was a little worried that I might, that I might have missed the opportunity on the,
Corpus obelisk reporting first shipments being down. That's your cue, Sparky. Another shipment. Move fast. Gates retrieved. We've got more coming in. Pick 'em up.
okay.
Got it. Obelisk reports a second beam there. Don't let the taxman lay a hand on any of it.
Okay. Okay, there's some more credits.
All right. And I have an idea that might get us closer. A recon party was to contact our agent. They never came back. Find out
Off we go. Whee!
what happened here. Search the body, Sparky. That's not everyone. Survivors must have escaped. Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails.
Okay, let's see.
Analyzing.
Let's throw Clem out there. Yeah, let's go make sure that he's
Trank.
come on, damn it.
Do you understand?
There we go.
Password. No. Buffer. Accessing final transmissions. Come on, final transmissions. Accessing buffer. Analyzing. I'm in. Taking a quick look around. Itinerary, patrol log, coordinates, reports. Log. Whatever's a thing. The corpus found them. If they're still alive, the taxman will take any survivors here. Here we are. Find any survivors. Get them out. Here come the taxmen.
Okay. Any tips on getting endo super fast? Okay, so there is what's called as Ayatan Treasures. If you've heard about Ayatan Treasures, you can get Ayatan Treasures from Ruse Bazaar. You can just go to Ruse Bazaar, and she will hand, she will give you a mission that you have to kind of go on to get, some, to get an Ayatan treasure. You then take that Ayatan treasure, load it up with, what's it called? Like Ayatan, you basically load up the, you load up the Ayatan treasure with some of the crystals, or and that will allow for you to get a lot of, it will give you like the most endo ever. The problem is that you are gonna have to, it's the Marus Bazaar only happens like, I forget if it's like daily or weekly, but it's not, you can't run it every single time. I think it's daily, but I could be wrong. I only did it weekly because I only streamed weekly. So, but I think it's a daily acquisition that you can go for if you wanted to. But Ayatan treasures are typically regarded as like one of the best ways of getting endo really quickly. So. But beware, those missions that she sends you on can be a little tough. So, especially if you're not used to it. No.
Going as fast as I can, but this data mass is in seriously tangled architecture. Gonna need you to buy me more time, Sparky. Files extracted. May not be laid around in that corridor. Whatever it's carrying is all yours. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the data. Triangulations based on collected data. The corpus digs cycle round it out. Here. Marked. Now, get over there and start digging.
Okay.
Excavators incoming.
Here are you.
We got an excavator offline. It needs a power cell.
What is everybody doing here? B. There we go. Okay. There was like a lot of canisters like just kind of floating about down there. I'm like going, okay guys, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. So I kind of had to step up a little bit to kind of do my own, to help everybody out there. Hey, there's Samaya. Awesome.
Maybe we hit pay dirt. I've got a rail agent on standby, ready to ship these artifacts off-world pronto. Good work, Sparky.
Okay. Keeping the door open so they can just easily run right on through, and there we go. Awesome. Got one eye out of that. 15 minutes. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna leave the squad. And we're gonna do that again.
Don't let Zood's attitude skew ya. She's an odd bird, but she'll kit you with a shooter that'll do you proud.
We'll probably be doing this for a good, like, hour and a half, I would imagine. Just collecting a whole bunch of eye. So, when next week rolls around, you know, I'll be able to kind of go to Blackguard and go, okay, what relics do you want? And then we'll, you know, I'll purchase the relics. We'll, you know, do some trades, you know, just so we can kind of, so we both have, you know, like, you know, I might not necessarily spend a whole lot of traces because you don't really get a lot of traces in terms of, you know, breaking relics open. So, you know, I want to try to keep my traces for the relics that I'm most interested in. But you know, I would expect the same for him. But or you know, for his relics that he's most interested in. But I don't necessarily, you know, expect him to spend traces for relics that he's not interested in. You get what I'm saying? So, and vice versa. I would hope that he would understand that, you know, I don't have all the traces in the world either. You know, if they could like boost up the amount of traces, then that would be fantastic. But you know, that's not gonna happen either. So,
Show him how it's done, Sparky. We ain't got all cycle. Smokefinger believes the Corpus have located Orokin relics. Do some research. Find the dig site and salvage them before the taxman can.
okay, we seem to have 3 people already. That's good.
First load's beamed in. Snatch him before the locals do. Obelisk reports a second beam load. Don't let the taxman lay a hand on any of it. Another shipment. Move fast.
Okay.
That's one for us.
Oh, there's one right there. Okay.
We've got more coming in. Pick him up.
There we go. And all done.
Perfect. They found something, all right. And I have an idea that might get us closer. Wait. An emergency transmission from one of Business Survey team.
Welcome back there, Relax.
I have a feeling they found something they weren't meant to. Oh no. knew some of these people. Search the bodies. Find any survivors. Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails. Accessing buffer. Analyzing. Accessing buffer. Analyzing. Password.
Maru's Bazaar. If you want me to, I can kind of join you on that. Even though, you know, technically I don't need any, you know, I don't really need, I don't really need any endo myself, but I mean, I can definitely help out with that if you want.
Here come the taxmen.
I can show you in just a second there, Roblox. I just have to get past this bounty first. You know, if you're okay with waiting. Matter of fact, I can join you for Maru's Bazaar as well, so. Oh, nice.
This would be impressive. Let's put what the survivors know to good use. Listen up. I've managed to isolate a drone from the other patrol routes. Bring it down and let's see what it can tell us.
Let's see. I just need some more energy.
Right there. Take it down and I can start the hack.
It'd be nice if there, you know, it'll be nice when I can get like a mod that is kind of designed for the necromech that, you know, allows for energy.
Get this thing rewired. Also teleport to a destination of our choosing, where one of our people is waiting to pick it up. They'll wreck that drone rather than let it go, obviously. So, you know, stop that.
But yeah, it's you know, you won't be able to do it like every single, like all the time. Like I said, it's like every day, or if not every week. I'm thinking it's every week though. I'm leaning more towards every week than every day. Because, I mean, an Ayatan Treasure every day is a little too much for them, I would imagine.
Disable the drive, then
So, they're probably going to say, nope, it's every week.
out of there.
So,
Wait for the trap, then get down.
but, I
Remember,
mean,
friend
if you're
contact
looking
is
for,
dangerous. We need that coil drive.
if you're looking for endo, it is the best way to go about getting it. So,
Steady. Steady.
you know, you might actually have a treasure already,
Doing. If that coil drive
you
doesn't
know,
hit the chip,
potentially,
this whole operation's toast.
you know. You could check it out if you want.
Disable.
Just go to your mods, and you could potentially see, um, you know, you could potentially see whether or not, you know, you have some Ayatan treasure in your mod station. You know. But let me finish off this particular stage and stuff like that, and I can kind of show you firsthand what it is. It's often good to have a surplus of treasures, because sometimes you'll have a Nightwave that basically says, load up you know, load up a treasure with with like Ayatan relics or something like that. I forget exactly what the exact phrase. Ayatan stars, yeah. Um, Now you could sell off the Ayatan stars and all that jazz for endo if you want to, but it's not really a good. It's not really recommended. You get more endo from the treasures themselves. So,
And now, wiki plane. Give us a solid lead on our objective.
you don't make the treasure, you find the treasure. It's not something that you can make, my friend.
Based on collector data puts the
So,
caustic site around about here. Marked. Now, get over there and start digging. Excavators incoming. The corpus will attempt to disrupt operations. Prevent this.
unfortunately, treasures are not something that you can make on your in your foundry or anything like that. You must be thinking about something else, my friend, because last I knew there was no way of making treasures whatsoever. So, I suspect that you're probably thinking about something else. Okay, B is over here. B. There we go. I'm almost done with the bounty, so another 33 seconds and I'll be able to, you know, join you on some treasure hunts. Nice, some more Aya, awesome.
We hit pay dirt. I've got a rail agent on standby, ready to ship these artifacts
Okay.
off World Project. Good work, Sparky.
Wait, where is it? There we go. Nope. If everybody's gonna be joining him, yeah, I'm gonna leave squad. Okay. Now I will head back up to the ship and I'll show you Maru's Bazaar. So 1 second. Okay. Nice. Getting a lot of Aya right at this time, which is really helpful. I think I got about, what, 6 Aya now? 7? Yeah, 1 second there, Roblox. Okay, so there we go. Invite. Okay, so so here's, you know, just to kind of show you. So over here in your mod station, there's what's called the Ayatan Treasures. Okay, you might not necessarily have one of these, but this is typically where you want to go if you have a treasure. So you go to the Ayatan Treasure, okay, and you may have like one that does not have any, you know, any stars whatsoever added in. Okay, any stars, any, you know, anything inside of them. Now, you can sell the treasure itself, you know, for endo. As you can see, you know, 450 endo right at this moment in time, right?
Operator, do you know which
You know, you
finger
can sell it
seems to be
directly
human?
for endo if you really want to.
Index.
But here's the thing. When you add in like the stars, you know, the amber stars and the cyan stars, notice, keep an eye on the 450 right here. I know my camera's kind of blocking it a little bit here, but you know, notice when I install 1 star, that 450 just jumped to 1,100 just by adding 1 star into it. Bear in mind. Let's add another one. That 1,100 just changed to 1,800. That's a 700 addition to what it originally was, right? And then there's one more slot right down here. So this 18 now became a 26. And the 3 slots that were available for this treasure, you know, just became 2,600. You know, so this treasure that was 450 to start off with just became 2,600. And that's just by adding the cyan stars and the amber stars into it. So just to kind of show you what these treasures are all about, okay? And I would recommend that you have at least 3 on yourself at all times, because there will be, you know, at times a night wave that will basically say, hey, install, or, you know, install 3 stars into a treasure or something along those lines, or, you know, or upgrade a treasure or something along those lines, right? So you're gonna have to do that, or you're gonna have to upgrade like 3 treasures completely. So you're gonna be getting a lot of endo over time if you do it correctly. Now, um, and then you can then sell those treasures, you know, which I'll show you in just a minute, right? So what you want to do is you go to your navigation and you go to alerts here, and right here under weekly alerts you'll see weekly Ayatan treasure hunt, okay, at Maru's Bazaar on Mars. So you want to kind of go for that one. Now, it's not exactly easy, okay? You know, because here I'm gonna pick someone that is just, you know, typically fantastic, you know, in the Maru's hunt, which is Titanium Prime. Okay. Typically.
Well put together, operator.
Okay.
Now get out there and cut down
So
and make the Lotus proud.
we're gonna go to Maru's Bazaar. Go to calm. Now, it's much like any regular relay, by the way. Okay, you're basically coming on into the relay, much like anywhere else, but this is a kind of a special relay. You know, for one thing, you have this is where you typically go for your, this is where you typically go for your,
Welcome to Maru's Bazaar.
you know, this is where you can go for your, what's,
Always
you
feels
know,
like meeting an old friend.
um,
The Prime Vanguard,
the Prime
pride of
Resurgence.
Empire.
You know, Bazaar is right
Every
here
bend of it.
at Maru's Bazaar.
Hell of a thing.
So if you have Aya, you know, you can spend it on getting yourself some relics that you can break open to get some prime equipment here.
Good.
Okay.
Don't rush into things. Don't go leaving anything unsaid.
The another thing that you can do, you know, it's not, or you know, you have the potential of doing it, but some people come here to trade in terms of like, you know, equipment or mods or something like that, I don't really deal with that. I don't really advertise, you know, those kind of trades. But sometimes people will put up trades here at the bazaar that you can go with. Okay, if you're so inclined. But you know, be aware that um, it can be done. I personally haven't really partaken in it. Okay, because I don't know what prices they're really selling it at and stuff like that. So you might you might potentially get ripped off when going for the trades here in Maru's Bazaar. Okay, so just kind of bear that in mind. I just want to let you know about it. You know, some might be fantastic. Some might be pretty terrible for you. So just kind of word of warning about that. That's why I typically go for Warframe Market, because Warframe Market is typically like the best when it comes to getting, selling and trading prime parts, mods, so on and so forth. So, okay. But we go over to,
If you're
talk
looking for
to
Maru's
Maru,
Bazaar, you've come to
you
the
know,
right place.
and, you can do extract endo from my Ayatan items here, and this is where you can actually sell your sculptures, that you have collected for straight endo. She will take the treasures, off your hand. She will even take the stars if you want to. But like, these are 50 endo. This is 100 endo. It's really kind of pointless to be selling these off, especially when you can load them up into a treasure and like quadruple their value. So, like I mentioned before, that one treasure, this one right here went from 450 to 2,600 just with 3 of these. you know. So like you had like if I put in 3 stars, that's 300 endo plus the 450 there. That's what, 750 if I sold them individually compared to 2,600. So bear that in mind. Don't sell them unless you have them, loaded up. Now, one of the things that you can do, um, I mean, there are.
Are we?
Oh,
Okay then. Find a shady spot near the tree and let everyone know you're here. If someone sees something they like, it's time to start negotiating.
yeah, no, don't need to
You're
worry about it.
looking for Maru's Bazaar. You've come to the right place.
So typically, this is regarded as like a place to kind of go to concerning um, um, so yes, what you want to do is you want to go to. I'm looking for Ayatan Treasures. So, so then you just say I'm ready, and there we go.
Let's go.
Now beware. Okay, for one thing, this is a infested area. Okay, um, you're gonna be attacked by a lot of infested around this area. Okay. So, but they're gonna basically say, hey, go to this particular area, right? Um, the location that you kind of need to go to, is, we're going to the marker here, and it's gonna be a race. It's gonna be one of those, racing,
There's no doubt in my mind that
um,
Ayatan Treasure lies somewhere in this
it's gonna be
area.
like a little race area. So it's not exactly easy.
You, on the other hand,
Bear in mind. Okay, here we go. So in this room, we just stand on this, you know, and that will open up our, you know,
Stay focused.
we will open up our one room, right? Oh yeah, I see. I see you in chat. I know that I have a delay. So we go inside here.
Oh, wow. This looks dangerous. For me. I mean, you're gonna be fine. Promise.
Okay. So be careful. Hold off here. Okay. You're scared. Have you ever done this before? Here, let me type it in chat. Have you ever done these? I haven't. Okay. Or you have. Okay. But in Nintendo. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but you know, bear in mind that you wanna kind of practice this, okay? So that you are, you know, I'll set you up with getting the treasure like, you know, on this particular run, but on other runs, obviously it's gonna be on your own, okay? So, our you know, obviously we want to tackle that, and then we're heading off to, you know, that doorway way over there. So, okay, I can't do this for you all the time. You're gonna have to learn. So just give you a little bit of a heads up on it. Okay, so here we go. And there we go.
Oh my, I think you found it.
This is why titanium is typically regarded as one of the best.
Bring it home.
This is why titanium is typically regarded as one of the best Warframes, especially when you have little rooms like this. So now you want to gather up all the resources that are here, because sometimes you can get some pretty good resources in these rooms. You know, grab the chests and stuff like that that are around about. You know, and this is also a really good area to really kind of practice this room, because you know you're not on a time limit anymore, but you know it's a good way to kind of practice how to kind of get through everything. So you know, so in a sense, go up here and then kind of time yourself by, you know, kind of you know, running through the process so that you can, you know, get through um, everything quickly enough, you know. Because if you can time it well enough to get to this back room very quickly, then you'll be able to handle it in future ventures. Okay, and take your time on practicing it, because I don't mind if you practice. Okay, because knowing how to run these kind of rooms can be very helpful for you. Okay, so take your time with it. You know, practice. You know, practice everything that you can do. You know, do the glide and all that kind of jazz. You know, and you know, work on being able to kind of get from the start to the finish every single time. And if you can do it really quickly, then you're going to be golden. So, You know. Let me know when you're ready to go, and then we'll go. Obviously, certain Warframes have a better advantage on those kind of rooms, bear in mind. Like, Titania is pretty much a cheat. You know, Titania that I have right at the moment is definitely a cheat for this because you are just flying through everything. You know, so and you're just kind of like, you know, easily going through everything and bypassing, you know, without too much difficulty. You know, same can be said with Wukong. You know, if you have Wukong, you can easily kind of get through, you know, from start to finish really easily. So, you know, like I said, it's all based off of your it's all dependent on, you know, what warframes you have, right? But it's time to leave, so we have to find the exit, which I believe is up here. There we go.
We fought with honor.
There we go. So now we have the I-10 PIV sculpture. Now, again, you can sell it off to Maru's Bazaar right now. Here, we're gonna head back, we're gonna be going back to Maru's Bazaar here, okay, because it's gonna send us there. But return back to your ship. Okay, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the UI right at this moment in time. Head back, you know, as soon as you're here, just go ahead and leave the relay. So let me know when you are, you know, out from the relay. Then you just go to your mods. Go to your Ayatan Treasures. We had just gotten the Ayatan PIV sculpture, right? Currently, the PIV sculpture is 375, right? Well, if I do the auto install, which basically loads up all the slots for the PIV sculpture, it has now become 1700. So and then you can go back to Maru's Bazaar and sell it off. You know, and that, you know, obviously that's not going to be like a ton of endo to start off with,
Sometimes the operator
but
takes time for themselves.
it's a,
Pressure
you
Cooker's
know,
diamonds
it's a
use
good way of
materials
getting
used
a good weekly bonus every single time. So, and also bear in mind the treasures, those treasures that we found at Maru's Bazaar, they're they do have the potential of spawning on certain worlds, but it's very, very, very rare. So, um, so you're gonna be kind of hard pressed to find treasures like on the map normally. Okay, so be aware that while um, um, you know, sure you can find the treasures. you're probably not going to find one at every single mission that you will go on, so don't expect to have that. So, let's see. Let me see the percentages here. Hold on. Warframe, Ayatan Sculptures, or Ayatan Treasures. Let's see. Each mission has a 1 in 7 chance to spawn an Ayatan treasure that is hidden in the map, with each specific sculpture type having an equal chance to spawn. This chance is not affected by resource drop chance boosters. Unlike for common pickups, the player must manually interact with the sculpture to loot it. So potentially every 7 missions that you go on has the potential for a treasure, but maybe not. So, but it's a good way of getting endo. So, I don't necessarily need to worry about that anymore. Or at least, I haven't had like a major need for it per se. What's another one, a way of getting endo fast? I mean, just trying to get, just going on missions that drop endo. But that's, I mean, sure, you might find some places that, you might find like some decent farms. But, um, it might not necessarily be like, easy to get or, um, you know, like Ruse Bazaar is typically like considered like one of the easiest to go to for the farm, right? For endo. But obviously, there's guides out there that basically say, hey, here's a way to get some farms, Um, so um, let's see. There's currently, I guess, Google Docs that kind of talks about like potential endo farms. You can try to do that as well. Um, you know, if you want to look into that, you can. Um, but I mean, your endo will kind of come along. So, um, how did he get 120k endo? I've gotten 120k endo because I haven't really spent any of it. I haven't really had a need to spend it because, I pretty much have my mods pretty much set for the most part. That I kind of keep on reusing. Now, don't get me wrong, like, you know, I can definitely try to um I can definitely try to like boost up my mods even more. And I will lose a lot of my endo, you know, fairly quickly if I'm not careful, right? So, so let's see. Let me Um, Let me kind of give a good example. Primed charge shell, right? That's typically a good one to have modded up, right? I mean, this really isn't all that much when when it's cracked up to be. So because you know, so like right now no ranks, right? Rank 1 40, easy. 120, 280, 600, 1,240, 2,520, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000. Just trying to max out this right at this moment in time. I've already cut my potential endo here by a quarter. So now, obviously, I could sell off all the treasures that I have accumulated right at this moment in time, but I don't necessarily need to right at this point. Or I'm not really, um, I'm not really like pushing that right at this moment in time. I probably should, bear in mind. But the other thing that I need to worry about is, as you can see, credits. You know, I've been spending a lot on credits over time and stuff like that. And while, you can sell off equipment that you know and don't need, you can try to sell off mods that you don't need. Um, you know, you can try to do that, to get yourself credits. But typically, how do you get credits fast? There's one location that you haven't gotten to yet there, my friend. Or at least I don't think you've gotten to. And there will be a quest concerning it. And that's what's called, here on Neptune, the index. So in the index, you have, three different, they're like sporting events in a sense, right? You can have like the really low tier sporting events, like the B team or something, or maybe in this case the C team, in terms of like sporting events kind of thing. You put in 30,000 credits into this arena, and you have a potential return of 75,000 in terms of return. So you get a total of 1,500 per match. So it's not a lot initially, or um, it's not like you're getting like millions, like, with a snap, but, typically the index is typically regarded as one of the best places to go to get, potentially a lot of money back. Okay. Um, the best one out of the bunch, or typically, and the one that's typically regarded as the best one because um, you're you have a lot of people joining in the medium risk investment, so it's typically regarded as like one of the best ones to kind of go with, because obviously you want to have the more players joining you in this particular index. You invest 40 and you get 135 back. So you get a total of 175 per match, in the medium risk investment. And some people can go like 3, 4 matches or so. in order to do the medium risk investment on it. So that's, you can try to do the high risk, but not many people do the high risk, because you have a lot. The enemies get stronger as you progress. Every single round that you do, every single match you play, every time you kill an enemy, they come back at a higher level. They come back stronger. So, um, you might not be able to do nearly as many matches in the high risk investment as you would say the medium risk investment. Like you might be able to do like 3 to 4 matches or so typically with a medium risk. So you're gonna be getting like, what, 800,000 compared to like maybe 1 or 2 of the high risk. So you're gonna be seeing like maybe 500. So that's why people typically go more medium risk overall than anything else. So um so you know you typically get more players in the medium risk than you do in the high risk, and therefore you have the potential of getting more matches in the medium, and you had the potential of getting more for the time spent you know in the medium versus the high. That's all. So um So yeah, the index is on Neptune, and you can get a fair amount of credits there. So the other thing that you can do, if you want, is go to one of the relays. Like you go and like say, hey, you go to one of the relays, right? And there might be someone, you know, potentially, it doesn't often happen, but you have the potential of having someone kind of going, you know, you go into an area that has like a lot of people, and you have the potential of having people just giving you some random booster. When you reach um, MR30, you have the potential of giving boosters to other players. If obviously it doesn't always, um, I think it's like you can give it out daily. I'm not sure. You have to, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't reached level 30, MR30 right at this moment in time. But, you know, sometimes, you know, like right now, it's not exactly um, the best time for it because you don't have like a lot of people like standing around. But when you have like people that are here for, say, Barracuteer, you have a lot of potential people just kind of standing about. Um, and you have the potential for someone to kind of give you like a little bit of a credit boost or affinity booster or something. you know they will kind of click on you and go, oh, hey, here's a booster for you. Doesn't always happen, you know but I mean, that's something that you can try if you want. Sometimes you might get a credit booster out of it, and obviously if you get a credit booster, then you're going to be getting pretty much like, I believe it's like double the credits that you earn. So you take that into the index, and not only are you getting, the index credits, right? So you're getting like the 175 for the medium, right? But you're getting like double that with the credit booster. So, so in a sense, instead of the 350 or instead of the 175, you'd be getting 350 thousand. So that's all. Do you want to do the index with me? Not right at this moment there, Roblox. Like I said, I'm not really that worried about it right at this moment in time. I'm mostly interested in getting more Aya than I am getting credits in Endo right at this time. So um can I join your clan? I'll be playing more again. Yeah, no, shouldn't be a problem. I think I have a little bit more space left. Yeah, I thought you were in the clan before there, Roblox. Weren't you a part of it before? I thought at one point in time you were part of the clan at one point. Did you decide to like quit it for a little bit or something like that? Wanted to maybe check out like building your own dojo or something? But I'm not anymore. I don't know why. I don't know either. Maybe
The sentients are not like
maybe because well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you were there with the Nintendo, right? And probably because of all the fiasco that we had with the um with the problems that you had with Nintendo and trying to do the cross save, it probably said, you're no longer part of this clan because we're resetting your profile back or something like that. I don't know. So so it might have been the cross save problem. So if you want me to send you an invite for the for joining in with the clan again, I can do that. So there we go. Now bear in mind that you're gonna have to build up the key again, which means you're gonna be kind of limited by the 24 hours, build time. So but I mean, you know, okay. I'm gonna head back down to Fortuna because I want to try to get a little bit more. I want to get a few more Aya before I have to call it for the night. So, yeah, I sent you an invite. Check your inbox.
There's work, if you want it.
Okay, there you go. Looks like you got it.
Show him how it's done, Sparky. We ain't got all cycle.
Yep.
The taxmen have located
Welcome
the
in.
rich resource vein.
So obviously you want to go to your foundry and you're going to want to build your dojo key. And that will allow for you to enter the dojo. So, Is everybody here? It almost looks like no, not everybody's here at this particular location. There's one, there's two.
Getting there. Just keep that core drive in one piece for a little longer.
Where's Delcac? Ah, they're up there. Okay. Just way up in the air. Here's the other thing that, you know, you can get endo from. 400 endo just by doing bounties, so.
Resource crates are going to be teleported to a holding site. Our agents stashed stolen corpus files inside one. Check every last crate. Right. Resource cases are going to be teleported to this site. Intercept them, steal them, get out. First load's beamed in. Snatch them before the locals do. Oculus reports a second beam load. Don't let the taxman lay a hand on any of it. Another shipment. Move fast. Case retrieved. We've got more coming in. Pick 'em up. That's one for us. We've got more coming in. Pick 'em up. Case retrieved.
Here we go. Ah, more, nice.
Light fittings. Right. This info is golden. Here's what we're gonna do. Wait. An emergency transmission from one of business survey teams was cut short. I have a feeling they found something they weren't meant to. What happened here? Search the body, Sparky. That's not everyone. Survivors must have escaped. Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails. Accessing buffer. Analyzing.
I have.
Password. No. Buffer. Accessing final transmissions. Come on, final transmissions. I'm in. Taking a quick look around. Control log coordinates. Reports. Bar. Recursion. Pinpointing the patient. Anyone gets in your way, give them the business. If they're still alive, our team will be here. Here come the taxmen.
Can I upgrade Molt Augment? I mean, I don't see why not. most everything can be typically upgraded. Although I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard of mult before, personally. There we go.
Reckon even Biz would be impressed. Let's
Someone's doing, yeah, someone's using a K drive.
The subcontractor hired to perform the dig will have made a claim. Need you to recover any record of that claim.
Here we go.
Look around. The goods are here somewhere. If the taxmen secure them first, the mission's a wash. Yes, cache number 1.
Oh. Nope, okay, someone got it already. Oh, I said thing, someone got it.
The second cache. That leaves just one more and I can signal for Pega. Oh yes! Sparky, they've left their manifest. Check it and find
Oh,
out where
okay.
the rest of our loot is. Here's
Everybody found one.
the bigger than I
Oh well,
Let's get moving.
except for me anyway. Well, I mean, I found it, it's just I couldn't get to it in time.
Force field we've been looking for. Excavators incoming.
So,
Excavators incoming.
okay, A is right there. Oh, okay. Someone also put in A. Okay, doesn't look like anybody's really kind of protecting C, so I'm gonna do that. Here we go. And we are done.
Good haul. Resources en route to Solaris United. I need more data like this. We're done here.
Ah, yeah, nice. Okay, time to get out of here. Can I upgrade augmented? How do I upgrade it? I need credits fast. I hear you, man. I hear you. It can be really rough at the very beginning. I mean, if you have credits initially, then I would, I would definitely go for it. You know, if you have the initial purchasing price of it, I'm gonna go and leave squad there. You know, if you have the initial purchasing of um, the entry fee into an index, then go ahead and do it. You know, you can pick the easiest one out of the bunch, and it shouldn't be too difficult for you. Or you can pick the medium one and hope that you get yourself a good set of members that want to join you on that medium set. But I wouldn't necessarily, unless you have a team with you, I wouldn't necessarily go for the high end, you know, because if you don't have like a crew with you on the high end, then you probably won't be able to get very far on it, and it's probably just better to just do the medium one because most people do that one, and you might be able to kind of do like 2 or 3 rounds without too much difficulty. It depends on if people want to stay in the index or not. So that's all. You know, the medium one, you typically get a team without too much difficulty. Because most people want to do the medium than anything else. You typically get, you know, on average, based off of what I know anyway, you typically get more money out of the medium index than you do out of the A or C tier, index. So therefore, you can typically get into the B index without too much difficulty, and you might actually get yourself a team while doing it. So it all depends on who you know. Some people, a lot of people might join you, or you might be the only one that's on the team. So, let's see. Hold on. Okay. So when it comes to arcanes, in terms of um, when it comes to arcane upgrades, you need more arcanes of the same type. Okay. That's really the only way to really upgrade an arcane, such as mold augmented. Okay. Um, so, um, so you basically need more of those same type of arcanes in order to upgrade their level overall. You know, um, for example, here, let me, I don't have any, I haven't really farmed arcanes all that much, but, if you go over to your arcane, location, you know, typically you can just kind of click on your one arcane, and, well, here, as you can see right now, I have Arcane Trickery right at this moment in time. And if I'm not mistaken, that's like the only one that I have, yeah. So I don't have like any other Arcane Trickeries upgraded right at this moment in time, right? So it shows that, right now I have an unranked Arcane Trickery. But because I have 3 arcanes of the same type of Arcane Trickery, I can now upgrade these 3 arcanes to become rank 1. Okay, thereby taking the 3 arcanes, change it into a rank 1 arcane, and, obviously the other 2 arcanes kind of disappear. So I can just now do the upgrade 3 arcanes, consume 2 unranked arcane trickeries to upgrade the selected arcane to rank 1. I do yes, and now, I now have, a rank 1, arcane trickery now. So I have a 15% chance to become invisible for 10 seconds when I do a finisher kill, which, to be honest, isn't really that great. you know. Um, well, I mean, in my opinion, it's not fantastic. You might be able to find something better in terms of arcanes. It might be good depending on, like, obviously arcanes can be really useful in certain scenarios or with certain warframes. Like, um, for example, um, it it wouldn't necessarily be helpful for Avara, right? You wouldn't necessarily need to worry about it. But maybe you can throw it in for, say, like Loki, and get the potential for some additional invisibility that way. Obviously you'd have to do some finishers to kind of increase your invisibility length, but that's one way of going about doing it. So, um, I have one here for Arcane Pulse. So here, let me make sure that I have no other pulses, right? So for an Arcane Pulse, I have 3 Arcanes. Right now it's unranked, so I have a 60% chance to restore 50 health to allies within 25 meters upon health pickup. But once I upgrade it, I'll have a 60% chance to restore 100 health to allies within 25 meters. So there you go. Um, Arcane Tempo here, same kind of thing. Upon critical hit, 15% chance for 15% fire rate to shotguns for 12 seconds. And I can upgrade that to a 30% fire rate to shotguns for 12 seconds upon a critical hit. Now, this one, you know, the arcane tempo for shotguns, that could be really, really handy for, say, my obviously not the Hema, but that might be really good for the Corinth Prime here. And nowadays, where you can actually add in arcane, you can put in some arcane adapters into your weapons, you know. Um, yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have enough platinum to purchase a primary arcane adapter. I don't really want it right at this moment in time anyway. But, I can put that tempo in there and I'm already at a 50% chance to do some critical damage, right? So not only am I have a 50% chance to do critical on a shotgun, I'd also be increasing the potential speed of it too, with that arcane tempo. So, you could do some really good things with the arcanes if you're, you know, um, if you have the potential to farm out a lot of them. So, um, on kick gun kill, so I have a 20% chance to spawn volatile hives for 6 seconds that explode when enemies approach for 80 heat damage in 10 meters. Setting an area applies heat damage type to Theorem Arcanes. Okay. I think that is about it in terms of all the arcanes that I have that I can upgrade right at this moment in time. So, more often than not, you need 3 of them in order to get, the next level. So, in this particular case, for this, I need a total of 4 arcanes. You know, arcane energizes in order to rank it up to the next rank overall. So yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna do one more bounty, and I think I'm gonna call it at that point. Gonna try to get some more Aya. And then I'll probably call it. Oh wait, what am I doing? Fast travel.
These ain't from around here, or anywhere that I know of. Green. And
There we go.
remember, you never heard of me, you never heard of Solaris U. The taxmen have located a rich resource vein, but are keeping it hush-hush. We're gonna locate their operation and take that haul for ourselves.
Oh wait, I think I put on my Corinth Prime. Haha. Oops. Oh well.
Hold position. Once the coil drive hits the trap, protect it. Do you see it? It's headed right for the trap. Perfect! Coil drive disabled. And the ball just lit. Corpus response is en route. Get me access to that data mass as quick as you can.
Okay.
is like petting a machine gun.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Getting there. Just keep that core drive in one piece for a little longer.
It's nice when you have a good team that can like handle everything, you know, pretty much.
Files extracted, and they can't be laid around on that core drive. Whatever it's carrying is all yours. Okay, analyzing data. Hold that thought.
Okay.
One of our recon teams went silent. Find out what happened. Damn it. This isn't the whole team. Where are the others? Search the bodies. See if there's any clues. Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails. Accessing buffer.
Okay.
Password. No. Buffer. Accessing final transmissions. Come on, final transmissions. I'm in. Taking a quick look around. Control mark coordinates report. Mark. They were jumped by a Corpus patrol. I'm willing to bet they were taken here. This is the place. Find them. Here come the taxmen.
Alright. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Alright. Ah, nice. More.
Good work, Sparky. The team had solid intel. Resource crates are going to be teleported to a holding site. Our agents stashed stolen Corpus files inside one. Check every last crate.
Okay.
Gathering site for
Oh,
Corpus
boy.
resources. Now's the time to hit it. So hit it. before the locals do. Obelisk reports a second beam load. Don't let the taxman lay a hand on any of it. Case retrieved. We've got more coming in. Pick them up. Got it. Another shipment. Move fast. Perfect. We got everything.
Okay.
So I know exactly what we need to do next. Intercept resupply drops. The corpus will swarm in, and I'll calculate the point of origin, which should get us closer to that resource field. Easy.
There we go. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
SU needs those supplies more than the corpus. Lock them down before the taxmen make off. Right, first cache. Two to go. The second cache. That leaves just one more and I can signal for Pega.
Oh, okay. That one's already been collected. Let's see, where's the other one? Up there's the other one. Okay.
Well, that worked.
Nice.
Okay, here's what I got. This is it. The resource field we've been looking for.
Okay.
Excavators incoming. Excavators incoming.
Where's... Oh, I'm almost out of energy. Oh, okay. Everybody's got the energy now. Okay. There we go.
Resources on the
Nice. Some more. Awesome.
We're done here.
And tech collateral. Okay. We're out of here. Let's see. Where? No. Oh, there it is. Keeping the door open. There we go. It seemed like those two guys were thinking about kind of repeating it, but I was gonna exit out if that was the case anyway. So, alright. Nightwave, yeah.
You keep being you, dreamers.
Okay. Oh, here's another way of getting sculptures, by the way. They're Roblox, just in case you were kind of wondering. They do give you sculptures from time to time through Nightwave. So if you're so inclined, there's some more endo there that you can
And
get.
we're out.
So, okay. I think that's going to be it for tonight there. How long do you think it will take me to get 10 million credits with index? Okay, so you have the potential of getting. I think if you do it fast enough, you can potentially get like an index win like every like 15 minutes or so potentially. So every win would basically rack you up around 200,000 if you're doing the medium. So you had the potential of getting probably in an hour, close to 1 million, right? So factor that in, you might be hitting like 10 million in about 10 hours. Now you can probably enhance that by one, getting some more people in your team that you can rely on, that you can quickly get through the index fairly quickly. Start getting some of your friends together and start doing some indexes. You can do that. Second, get yourself a credit booster. And now, you could, if you wanted to, if you know, if you have the platinum, there are credit boosters that you can do, you know, to like boost, double your credits that you earn, right? This this includes index, by the way. These credit boosters, they include index. So if you get a credit booster and you go to index, it will double your winnings in the index as well. So ideally, what you'd want to do, um, you know, unless you have a credit booster on yourself like right now, I'd wait until you get a credit booster. Whether it's like in-game rewards, like someone or like it's like maybe a daily reward. You get a credit booster. You go to the index and you just keep on spamming index for as long as you want to get as much money as you possibly can from there. Two, go to a relay and hope that someone will give you a credit boost free of charge, just by saying, "Hey, I'm here." You know, um, someone that's you know ranked 30 or above might go, "Hey, let's give this guy a credit boost." Now that might last an hour or two. So it doesn't last very long, but I mean it's still fairly effective. Let's face it. Or You know, if you have platinum, you can spend it on these, day boosters or something along those lines. Okay, and obviously you can spend as much time as you want trying to farm up credit that way. Index isn't exactly, super fun. Eventually you'll probably get tired of it and go, oh man, I just want to play some missions now. So you have to kind of weigh what you want to do in that regard. So just kind of bear that in mind. Um, so do not do this. Do not get like, I would not recommend doing the high roller credit bundle or the frugal credit bundle. Just don't bother. You can get these with the index pretty quickly. So I personally wouldn't really recommend it. I mean, if you have platinum to spend, or and you don't really care, like you have all the platinum in the world, then obviously, you know, there's some credits right there if you really want to. But more often than not everybody is a whale. So, you know, uh, those, um, you can get the 175,000 credits just by doing one medium index. So, is 15 minutes worth of your time versus like instantaneous, but you have to spend 45 platinum. It's up to you. But but that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Um, oop, don't have a redeem code. Sorry, not gonna happen. Um, so, um, maybe next week they're Roblox. If you're around on Friday, maybe I can persuade, say, myself and Blackheart to maybe join you on some index as well. Maybe. We'll see. It all depends on what he might be interested in. But, don't get me wrong. You know, like, I look at my credits and go, it could be better. I definitely have mods that I can definitely, enhance right at this moment in time. So, I mean, in some ways I wouldn't say no to it, but at the same time, we're probably going to be doing a lot of relic grinding as well. Because I have some relics that I want to break, and that means that I'm probably going to be needing to do a lot of traces, a lot of trace grind to try to, you know, work on getting my those relics that I need rares on to be maxed out at Radiant. So we'll see on that, but that's probably going to happen next week on Friday. So um, if you want to join us in breaking relics, then that's an option for you if you so inclined. What I would recommend if you want to join us next week concerning the relic breaks, you should, if I'm not mistaken, you should have access to the Prime Resurgence. I don't know if this
No guarantees with void relics.
if the Prime Resurgence has a MR cap, like you have to be a certain MR in order to get into the Prime Resurgence. I don't think there's a restriction on that. I don't think there is. It would be kind of silly for them to have a restriction along those lines. So, so if you want to join me and Blackheart on Friday in, purchasing some relics and opening up some relics for all these warframes and these weapons, then start working on getting yourself some Aya and start buying up some of these relics. And you know, you can join, you know, Blackheart and I on breaking open some of these relics for some pretty good parts, you know, some rare parts, some uncommon parts, some things that you might not even have right at this moment in time. So, like for example, um, out of the 6 Warframes that I see right here, Mesa, Hydroid, and Avara are top notch. You know, um, Volt is also pretty good. Loki and Oberon are okay, not exactly top tier typically, but you know, um, or they're typically not regarded as top tier. Last I knew, unless someone found like unless you get like some kind of mod or augment that enhances their abilities a lot, then they might be top tier. But I haven't really seen them too much in action. Like whenever I look around and people playing with Warframes, you're probably not going to be seeing too much Loki and Oberon. But um, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not used. It just might be not as common. Just saying. Um, but that's going to be it for tonight. We're going to go ahead and close on down for tonight. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I want to thank Roblox for joining me. Hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully you got quite a bit of good information from that. Um, let's see. Vinny was here earlier. MJ was also here. Um, and that's about it as in terms of chatters. So thank you, chatters, for joining me on that. I also wanted to thank anybody that was just kind of lurking in the background. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you had a good time. Um, check out the description for various social media links, links that help me out directly, such as Patreon and Throne, or links that might help you out, such as Team Robot, if you're so inclined. Check that. Check out the link for Team Robot, the application page. Check out the document that I have linked there that basically explains what Team Robot is all about. And if you are interested in joining in that team, feel free. It's basically for anybody. Streamers and non-streamers alike are welcome on Team Robot. So pretty much anybody's welcome. So, within reason, anyway. Um, it'd be nice to have people that share the same kind of goal as our mission statement is. So, that's all. But that's going to be it for tonight. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this. Hopefully you all had a good time. So take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll catch you strangers next time.